Next game we're going to move on to is called Typewriter, and you are in for a treat because Carolyn is a world-famous novelist. And she is going to create her most recent novel for you right on the spot here based on your suggestions. Never seen or read before by anyone. So first of all, we have to decide what genre of story do you want to hear? What genre of novel?
Thriller.
I heard horror first, so we're going to do a horror novel. So we'll do a horror story. My pen's not writing. There it goes. Horror novel. And now we need a title for this horror novel.
Zombie killer.
When the lights went out.
When the lights went out. So this is the horror novel, When the Lights Went Out. And we will see it acted out by Daniel, Corey, and the art behind her. They will help make this, I'm sorry, Nancy, Art, and Flo. I was looking at the wrong one. Nancy, Art, and Flo for this game. So Nancy, Art, and Chloe will make this come to life. The night the lights went out. Or when the lights went out. That's when the lights went out.
When the lights went out. A horror story by Carolyn. Return. Chapter 1. It was empty at the theater that night, except for Sylvia and Marcus, who were there tidying up after the show had cleared out. Sylvia was walking around sweeping, and Marcus was dusting, but not really because he was actually watching Sylvia. Indeed, pretty soon she noticed him. And she had some words for him, and they were these.
I have some words for you.
Yes.
You're creepy.
In fact, Marcus was a total creep. He had a habit of walking behind Sylvia nearly everywhere she went in the theater and kind of sniffing at her and kind of poking her on the shoulder to get her attention for stupid things. And tonight was one of the stupidest things of all. He asked her,
What do you think of this?
Your duster?
Yeah.
She rolled her eyes all the way to Hawaii. She took the duster out of his hand and mussed his face up a little with it. This proved an incorrect decision as Marcus was asthmatic. He began to hack.
Well, I didn't know that you had asthma.
She thought it was pretty funny, actually. She laughed and pointed and laughed. And indeed, it was hilarious. As he was stumbling around, Marcus accidentally fell upon the spotlight, which turned it right on Sylvia. Sylvia, who loved the spotlight more than any person in the world, immediately fell under its magical rosy spell. She began doing her dance that she did in the show. And Marcus was wowed while he hacked.
We make music together.
Suddenly, for no reason at all, the lights just went out. What happened to the spotlight, they both wondered. There's no cord, it's electric. Did the batteries go frizzle?
Did you not buy new batteries?
I bought those ever ready from that buddy.
In fact, Marcus had taken the batteries out of his home remote, and they were not fresh at all.
I watched the late show last night.
You don't reuse old batteries.
she was quite correct. You should never reuse old batteries.
It's cheaper.
He was right. It is cheaper, but you still shouldn't do it. They couldn't see anything in the dark and had to clumsily find on each other's shoulders in order to clumsily get out of the theater without falling off the stage. And so they exited the theater. End of chapter 1. Chapter 2. The director of the show, Harold, had arrived at the theater. He arrived to a kind of a messy scene. The spotlight was in the middle of the stage, there was dust everywhere, and feathers on the floor, and a bunch of stamping marks in the dust. He wondered what had taken place that night. He knew, or suspected at least, that if it weren't the comical stagehands Sylvia and Marcus, it must have been the ghost of the theater. He mused aloud. And then he mused aloud some more. What we call an inner monologue. Then, with his voice, he started to talk to the theater.
Oh, theater? You're talking, I'm the one.
This theater is got to change.
Oh no.
Mr. Theater, what have you done? What have you done?
The theater actually replied in a booming voice from off the stage.
Hello! I know you! You're the director! What are you doing
The
here?
theater was really upset with this director because they had been putting on Oklahoma for the last 3 months, and my God, can't we just watch something else? Maybe some Chekhov or some Mammoth. No, Mammoth's no good. Nobody likes Mammoth.
Oh, I hate those songs! Oh!
The theater hated director Harold and began to drop itself on Harold. First, oh no! Harold was running for his life from the theater. Suddenly, Marcus and Sylvia arrived, still bickering at each other.
Dude, come on. New batteries. How hard is that? New batteries.
They figured if they made it to the theater before everyone else, they could clean up and nobody would know the wiser and the spotlight would work and everything.
Just let me clean. We're not very good at this.
Well, I brought some new batteries today.
Yeah, that doesn't help.
They were really getting on each other's nerves.
You're getting on my nerves. You know that? Just because I buy batteries, now you don't want them.
Yeah, I don't have nerves anymore. I ruined them.
I don't think she has any nerves either.
The theater had ruined Sylvia's nerves and only given more nerves to Marcus. So everything was kind of tense that afternoon. Suddenly, they heard Harold running around in the theater, but they didn't know who it was. They believed it was the ghost.
Ghost! Oh no! What did you do this time? I don't know!
I can't see anything! The lights had gone out again and they still couldn't see because she hadn't put the batteries in.
Oh, I got them in my sock! Oh, here. You got my flashlight?
What?
The flashlight, I got the batteries.
They instead put the batteries into the spotlight and turned it on the noise in the theater. Boom! There was the spotlight. Hey, Harold.
Hey, it's just me.
Oh, Harold.
Hi, Harold.
Why is this place such a mess?
His fault.
Why is there dancing footprints here?
Also his fault.
The light The light, they went out. They went out. The lights went out.
So you danced?
Yes, he danced.
Because that's what we do when the lights go out. We dance.
Hey!